host you in Tbilisi and to propose my version of history, how urban Tbilisi was developed from 19th to 20th century. Here it is 1,700 euros.
This is my fellow wonderful co-chair, Marini Mizandari. Okay, welcome to our beautiful house. Anyway, this is going to be one, our sort of our club room.
That was first peaceful transfer of power in the region, and it really gave an example to not only our neighbors, but it was also the message to some other post-Soviet states that democracy works, and this peaceful of transfer of power and advancement towards Europe and to democratic values, it is possible in this part of the world, in this neighborhood, in this region. And of course it was well perceived by the time by all our international partners, and of course to my as being member of the parliament in 2012, of course I would say that I was not myself happy about that because I lost my seat in parliament, of course, but on another hand I was somehow, it was something that the country that we together with my political team, that the country that we were building.
He was always warning the West about the Russian threat, and especially after the Georgia war, but then the West did not really react adequately, and they decided to turn a blind eye about the future threats, and they continued business as usual with Russia.
Russia's declaration of democratization, etc., were at odds with its behavior in its near abroad world. The history has been repeating itself, and to be perfectly honest, misunderstanding Russia and its political nature has been a important feature in East-West relationships. Just a couple of years ago, I produced a paper which I would be humbly recommending you to have a look at, which is called The Sources of Russian Misconduct. It's titled with the attempt of allusion to George Kennan's famous paper, The Sources of Soviet Conduct, in which he finally explained why the wartime alliance would be impossible to continue in the post-war era with the Bolshevik Stalinist Soviet Union.
I would like to offer you a perspective, a European perspective, so to say. The Wilfried Martin Center for European Studies, as the official think tank of the European People's Party, of the Christian Democratic Party, and actually of the party of the grounding fathers of the European Union. So just a little bit to give you in the context.
And I came back to Georgia and continued with the same service with Tbilisi Bureau as a senior editor. Suffers from oligarchy and kleptocracy, which is a huge obstacle,
for our European integration.
Üks juht, üks riik, üks pere.
We couldn't have today better expert on Russia-Georgia relations and security issues than Batuk.
Everyone has noticed.
And we have recently published a book where the neighbor Francis Fukuyama has been mentioned several times, and of course for many years we have lived in an understanding that life can only become better and better.
We bottle our wines with this bottling stuff, yes. It can bottle 160 wine bottles every hour. Total we produce 12,000 bottles. So to bottle everything, all the bottles we need like 2 weeks.